In this scenario, we said that we want to establish, first of all, an AI strategy and governance with internal roles and responsibilities. You need to start somewhere. Somebody in the company needs to take this on. Often it's a privacy office, I don't know why, but anyway. But you need to clarify this. So this is the first step. And then in a second step, you would map and classify your AI systems. So of course the prohibited one, the high risk, Annex 1, Annex 3, and then the low risk. Determine also the applicable laws for a MedTech company like BD. Of course, there is not only the EU AI Act, but there are other frameworks and laws, US frameworks, Singapore frameworks, etc. So they have to really look at everything. And then it's very important to determine their roles. So are they now providers? Are they deployers? Etc. So this is for each AI system, they have to, for each category of AI system, they have to define this, and then based on that, of course, define their obligations. For the specific Annex 1, so AI-based medical devices, it's also important to perform a gap analysis to see where are the overlaps and where are the differences. So, yeah, because there are a lot of overlaps and commonalities with the MDR and the ISO standards. And this is important to have a good understanding on what this is, to be able to integrate then the processes. Yeah, and then, of course, the implementation of the requirements needs to be done. And a last thing that is now important, which does not relate particularly to the AI-based medical devices, is really the management of contracts and of vendors. Now, if I say that, I do not mean by this, you know, the vendors and importers and or distributors, but more from a deployer perspective to manage the contracts, you know, with the providers of these high-risk AI systems, as I mentioned, especially in the recruitment process for now. So, let's start with one of the topics that we want to discuss. It's the AI governance under the EU AI Act. Now, the EU AI Act does not define what AI governance is, and actually, if you look for the term AI governance in the EU AI Act, you will find it exactly once, and this is in the definition of the AI office. So that's the only place where I found it. Or AI found it, or whatever. so that's it. But however, of course, AI governance is embedded, the requirements are embedded into the AI Act, in the obligations and in the requirements. So in Chapter 2 and Chapter 4, you find all these requirements that I have listed here. Of course, besides roles and responsibilities, but all these elements are part of an AI governance. Yeah, so risk and quality management, but data governance, etc. So I don't have to read everything, but these are all the elements. And these elements are also the elements that are important when you set up roles and responsibilities, because some people need to take on these responsibilities and take action on this. Who trains people? Who is responsible for human oversight? Who is responsible for record keeping? How do you do this, etc.? So this must be established. And AI governance, generally, it's like privacy governance. I mean, these are internal structures and processes and, as I said, responsibilities that the organization needs to implement the EU AI Act in this case, and to ensure compliance and to ensure transparency and also accountability. And so AI governance, I think we all agree, is really the cornerstone in ensuring compliance. Same thing like the privacy governance that we all know very well. And so you can really ensure all these elements, so legal compliance, accountability, risk mitigation, and of course also to establish trust with your stakeholders.